Roads, 1111 South Fleming. Thank you, fellow citizens and citizens. The state of Illinois has provided us with a vision of transportation for the 21st century. The cornerstone words for that vision are livable and sustainable. These words are specifically intended to guide transportation design primarily to the benefit of the individual community that the roadway serves, and while also providing a means for those traveling through. First, there is a threshold issue that needs your attention. This multi-million-dollar project was launched by this body on a consent agenda. A cost-benefit analysis could not have been presented, let alone refined during the authorization process, therefore bypassing due diligence. We ask that one is conducted post-haste. At the urging of the Fleming Road Alliance and to comply with IDOT context-sensitive solution policy, a mandated community advisory group was organized. At the state of Illinois vision in mind, the CAG tackled the project goals, which are to replace deteriorated pavement, improve safety, maintain the character of the corridor, and minimize impact to residents. With those goals in mind, design criteria was presented to the McDOT and the Trans Systems. The Fleming Road Alliance and individuals, including myself, requested certain design criteria be included. At the CAG 1, those design criteria were not part of the McDOT and Trans Systems design criteria. Ours included simple things like respecting the irreplaceable Class 3 groundwater, the sensitive aquifer, the full functioning historic forest, among other things. The CAG process was designed to reach consensus through the collaboration, but that has broken down. Input in the design criteria clearly did not take in consideration that of the citizens or of the Fleming Road Alliance. Only the Trans Systems and McDOT concerns are reflected. This is like answering a question with only partial information. As we know, a little bit of knowledge can be dangerous. During the study phase, McDOT and Trans Systems determined statistically that safety concerns did not rise to a level required for remediation. Therefore, time, money, and energy for designing for safety standards were not necessary and prudently should be eliminated. In other words, it is not necessary to idiot-proof a road. However, simple decrease in speed and weight can act as a no-brainer design. Drainage was also proven to be a problem in only 2 specific spots along the road. The prudent response would be to design drainage solutions for those 2 spots. Yet, instead of pulling resources from all those activities, the CAG 4 presentation significantly altered infiltration and drainage, tree placement, and slopes all along the entire roadway. A lot has been made of the saving of trees. The U.S. Department of Transportation studies show that tall trees along narrow pavement are proven to be safer to the motoring public than no trees along wide open roads. It is a simple matter of that when a driver feels the need to pay attention, that they actually do. A sample of the facets of the values for the trees for the county are economic, health, safety, privacy, environmental, and many more, and can be articulated at another time. We ask that, I offer that any of you that are interested in a readiness evaluation as to whether we should move forward to the next step of design, that I'd be happy to meet with you and work through that process with you. Thank you.
I'm going to take my few minutes and finish the document, the statement that Lisa Rose was reading. My name is Debbie Staley. I live at 1516 South Valley Hill Road. It's in Woodstock, actually, I'm county. And Lisa Rhodes, you already heard from her, is at 1111 Fleming Road, picking up where she left off. At the last CAG 3 meeting, Kevin Kesey clearly stated that the design criteria have still not been updated. This means that not only are we being ignored, but resources are being spent to design the issues that do not require remediation. Who is in charge of monitoring and altering the finances of the project? It seems like a fox is running a hen house. Some materials for CAG 4, now CAG 4 comes up in 2 days here, have been put out and dogmatically continue to ignore the input from residents, continue to ignore the full picture of the design criteria, continue to ignore the decisions and consensus from the CAG. And lastly, ignoring the results of the transportation system's own study. In addition, the conditions and allowances for the natural heritage corridor that is being built along Fleming Road also need to be inserted into design. Working with this new and exciting program will show that the CSS process and the democratic process are alive and well in McHenry County. Every project using significant funds requires periodic evaluation of readiness to determine when it is appropriate to move on to the next phase. As the body with final responsibility for McHenry County transportation projects, the taxpayers rely on you and ask you to determine if the Fleming Road project status indicates green, go to the next phase. Yellow, caution, more discovery is needed. Red, stop, conditions have changed or problems exist that must be addressed. A readiness evaluation considers all the major issues of a project in their fluid, evolving state. Financial, management, environment, communication, economic, goals and objectives. The evaluation asks the make or break question. Because there are so many important questions that are not answered, I am happy to schedule a work session with any of you interested in building the readiness evaluation. Please take charge of this process. Democracy is circumvented when elected officials are not actively involved. And I thank you. I'm Lisa Rhodes.
Fleming Road Alliance has circulated a petition and would like to present you with 898 signatures. Petition is still being turned in, and as we collect more, we will bring it to you. The petition reads as follows. To Ken Curler, County Board Chair, Anna Mae Miller, Chair, Transportation Committee, County Board, and Transport Committee members. We, the undersigned, residents of Fleming Road, friends, neighbors, area residents, county residents, and passes through, all who cherish the scenic beauty and historical significance of this road wanted to remain unchanged, hereby petitioning. To direct to the McHenry County Division of Transport to maintain its existing footprint in the reconstruction and or repair of the Fleming Road. The existing footprint is defined as the existing lane width and shoulder, commonly referred to as 10.5 foot lane and a 1 foot shoulder. The existing footprint is further defined to include the current hills, valleys, trees and plantings, fences and monuments, and posted weight limit, and to exclude retaining walls, turn lanes, curbs, gutters, ditches, where specific construction concerns would deviate from the existing footprint. With unanimous vote of Fleming Road Community Advisory Group, CAG, is required. We appeal to you as concerned residents, taxpayers, and voters who rely on you to represent our views in your decision-making capacity, and recognize that the traditional way of doing things in many ways is not always the best way. In this difficult economic climate, when so many other needs are underfunded in the county, it does not make sense to spend hard-earned taxpayer money unnecessarily. Respectfully submitted, Fleming Road Alliance members and support. Thank you.
Thank you. You don't have those with you today?
Yeah.